Hello, friends. I hope you're all doing well. So, before we begin with a rather, painful video, which I decided to make, I quickly wish to shout out the Coffee Shop Gang, a fellow series of content creators and friends who make dope content on a variety of content, much like mine, and more. So, give them a good watch and sub if you like them. Their links will be all down in the description below. So, what is this video all about? Now, if any of you follow comic book news or releases, it should have been pretty hard to avoid at some point the reveal and now very recent release of the rightfully infamous and controversial new DC comic, I Am Not Starfire, or Dumpster Fire for short. After having heard so much shit talk about it, as it's honestly laughable premise and the cover art kind of caught my attention, the curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to flip through the material, and what a train wreck it truly is. So before we go any further, I just want to clear up the water just in case. I'm by no means sexist, homophobic, or misogynistic. I support the themes used in the book as of making this video. I'm currently reading the Monster series, which bears an almost full dope female cast, to which two are lesbians. I won't say any more since it's a light spoiler, who. But you should check it out. It's a great series, and, it's much better made. But I digress. So after finished reading Dumpster Fire, I'm Not Starfire, besides wishing to claw my eyes out while rolling them perpetually, I thought, why not to do a bit of a troll video and scale her, since they did such an awful job with her abilities, becoming OP as fuck out of nowhere. So let's just see how strong this angst-filled emo edgelord truly is. Let's get started. So before we delve straight in with Mandy's feats themselves, I feel it'd be quite useful to briefly brush over some of Blackfyre's feats for a rough scaling. This will make sense later on in context with the story I Am Not Starfire, Dumpster Fire. I'm only going to be covering a recent number of issues, mainly throughout the 2000s runs and after, since I see the I Am Not Starfire as a modern portrayal of Starfire, and Blackfyre's older feats honestly are just somewhat repetitive to her new ones. It's either just her again just being the shit out of Starfire, or just teaming up with other villains for strategic attacks. So yeah, which could be using more new ones. So to start in the simplest way possible, she's a casual planet buster. On this occasion, she KO'd Starfire in the process, pretty easily. She possesses the power energy levels at least equal to the sun, making her bare minimum star level, yet is stated with such power to stagger imagination itself. Make that as you will. On several occasions, it has been stated that her energy is more powerful than her sister Starfire possesses. One reason why I'm choosing to scale her instead of Starfire, since I feel scaling Starfire instead would kind of be meaningless. Like many other comics, she controls the fight, blitzing Starfire and giving her the hands before just standing still and letting Starfire unleash a full blast on her, tanking it fairly easily. Then Blackfyre proceeds to just drain Starfire of all her power and states she can drain more until she can destroy everyone. That includes other people. Throughout many issues, Hawkgirl just hasn't been able to catch a break against Blackfyre on just numerous occasions. If she's lucky, just one blast just hinders her. And in other cases, one blast instantly has killed her before. You have to keep in mind that the shot that killed her was an alternate version during the Crisis event, but it was made out to be at least relative to the classic version, so it's just kind of equally as impressive. She can hold her own and fight back against a trio simultaneously jumping her, which included the likes of a pissed off Hawkgirl and Hawkman, shown here throughout several ones. They trade blows. Keep in mind, this was a trio that was a critical factor in pulling up and defeating Onimar, who was about to devour entire galaxies and was stated to be just completely unstoppable. They also wiped out basically Onimar's entire army right after, kind of easily. And lastly, she's just an incredibly smart strategist and conqueror, as well as you could say probably like a tactician, who has like commanded multiple races into taking hold of like countless worlds as their queen. So yeah, that's just kind of a rough overview of her. She doesn't play around. She's pretty obviously stronger than Starfire by a fair margin, and queen. So yeah, let's move on to Mandy. So kill me. So to begin, Mandy is an expert at being a delusional, obnoxious tween who can generate completely unrealistic fantasy futures to avoid her truly failed fate. Whoa, look at that. So she's able to generate both an insatiable hunger and a shit mood when need be to smite her loving mother, and can run faster than she ever has before when it's to her room. Damn that plot. In fact, just for fun, let's do a room running speed count just for one issue alone. And of course, I must include this bonus round. She's not limited to just blitzing her room. She even blitzed the janitor's room. Just because her girlfriend took one picture with the Titan inside her house, so she just flipped her off, called her a whore, and just hid in the, closet crying. Okay, so deserved roasting scaling aside, to which we make a whole video picking Dumpster Fire apart. Getting into like the real juicy stuff, Starfire here says that Blackfyre's power does surpass her own. This is why I previously chose to scale Blackfyre instead of Starfire, since it was more impressive with Mandy. So Mandy can definitely restrain her power to insane levels. So Bruce Banner, you should take some notes, buddy, off her. It literally takes someone hurting her in return to offend her. Her, I guess, ex-girlfriend, who Mandy had abused to motivate her, as well as seeing her mother nearly die saving her, to give a crap to pop off, shown here. So, the first moments of a good written character, like when they receive their power, they'll be like slightly confused at least, or unfamiliar, onto like how to use them or the capabilities they hold. Like take Starbrand, for example. Mandy, on the other hand, immediately fucking pops off, knowing all of her abilities to extreme extents, to which he literally blitzes Blackfyre with a single blast, also after knowing flight. She's able to easily absorb or block a powerful blast from Blackfyre right afterwards. Damn, she's miles above Starfire, who has been fighting for ages, yet received her powers literally seconds ago. Just the best writing, no cap of course. And finally, was literally about to kill her for good before Starfire said, "Stop getting so woke, bro." And after this, totally just rocks a sick costume. And the last panel again emphasizes her instant mastery of her powers. What an absolute legend. So I would say she's definitely obviously just, scaling straight off of Blackfyre, easily star level, but she clowned her as soon as she got her powers. So I would say maybe after she like completely masters them, gets familiar, she could probably be solar system. With like more bullshit, she could probably be above that, maybe some galaxy shit or above. So it's obviously up in the air, but I'd be comfortable honestly saying solar system at this point. But she's kind of unrestricted, to be honest. As we know, like we haven't seen a cap, because the authors don't give a fuck about actual tiering in a comic book. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll make more videos down the line. I just had to make this. I won't make any more Astral videos. But I hope you enjoyed. I read this so you didn't have to. And yeah, just have a good day, guys, and keep your sanity. Peace out.